I'm Bill, and I'm from Sligo. According to Ancestry.com. I grew up in America. You guys heard of it? Yeah, it's been in the news a lot lately. Any Americans here, by the way? Oh, the people that I brought. What are the odds? It's almost like I knew you'd be sitting there. I grew up on the East Coast, moved to the Midwest, and then eventually made my way out to San Francisco. San Francisco is an interesting city. You hear about all these Silicon Valley success stories. You got Google and Twitter and Netflix, but what you don't hear about are all the really dumb startup ideas. You can't walk into a party in that city without someone pitching their absolutely asinine startup to you. It's like Uber, but for toothbrushes. That's not even an exaggeration. I told my company I've always wanted to work abroad, and they say, what kind of country would you want to move to? I said, anywhere where I won't always be the palest person in the room. And they said, boy, do we have the country for you. So I moved here in January. And I know what you're thinking. Thank God another American tech worker moved out here, because my rent was not high enough. But you know what question the Irish people have asked me the most since I moved out here? Jesus. I'm gonna fucking tell you. You moved here from California? Why the fuck would you do that? And before I moved here, I heard time and time again, the best part about Ireland is the people. Ireland has the most kind and genuine people you will ever meet. And when I moved here, I realized, that's a load of shit. Irish people are assholes. I should qualify that. Only people from Dublin. I'm sure there's some nice folks in County Mayo. No idea where that is, by the way. You got a great scam going here. Convince the world you have the nicest people in all the land, attract a bunch of tourists, sell them hideous wool sweaters, and charge them €10 a pint in Temple Bar. And talk a bunch of shit behind their backs. We're all in on it. My first month here, I grabbed some pints with the lads. That's beers with my friends. Out of nowhere, they started hurling insults at me. They were mocking Americans. They insulted my haircuts. And they explained, we're just slagging you. That's what we do. That's how we show affection. It shows that you're one of us. Do you guys know what slagging is? Yeah. You're like, yeah, it's our word, you dumb American. Of course we do. And I decided I should do some slagging on my own. So I said to my boss at work, your blouse looks like shit. She was so funny, she was stunned. She told me we're gonna have to talk to HR about that comment. I think it's about how we create a healthy slagging culture. Then I also tried some slagging in my social life. I got set up on a blind date, found the girl at the bar, went up to her and said, well, aren't you an ugly bitch? And for some reason, it didn't go over so well. There was no second date. And by the way, I've never been berated more in my life than when I revealed to a group of Irish people I've never seen Father Ted. Oh! For the Americans, Father Ted's an Irish TV show. Get some culture. I've been dropping Father Ted references just to convince people I've seen it so I can fit in. Isn't that the church from Father Ted? Looks like the father from Father Ted. Hey, is that Ted from Father Ted? Have you seen the show? But I've had a couple challenges, aside from my slagging on my dates, a couple other challenges in the Irish dating scene. First, it's pronouncing the Irish names. Aofi and Neem gave me that feedback. And secondly, it's keeping up with my Irish dates in terms of alcohol consumption. In San Francisco, my dates would have one vodka soda and say, I got 7 a.m. Pilates class, I gotta get going. Here, my date downs 12 Guinness, shuts down the bar, and says, well, I gotta get going to my 6 a.m. Ryanair flight. But if there's one thing I miss about America, it's the trash. Hear me out. The garbage pickup. I never thought I'd be saying this, but here we go. What was that? You got it? Yeah. This guy gets me. Let me explain.
You just woke up.
So I moved in my apartment in Rathmines, and immediately my downstairs neighbor Peter orients me to the bins. He says, well, Bill, we got the black bins. They're picked up every other Monday. We have the green bins. They're picked up every third Thursday after a full moon. Then we have the brown bins, which come the 13th Friday after Christmas. I have to check the schedule on that one. And beyond this obscure schedule that nobody can freaking remember, two other things piss me off. First of all, they don't pick up any goddamn garbage. They don't take glass, plastic, wood, paper. What the hell do you want me to do with it? And lastly, my apartment building has 3 units. There's an Irish family of 4 on the ground floor. I'm on the first floor, got the whole place to myself, not to brag. And then there's 9 Brazilians living in the same size apartment on the second floor. That's not a joke, that's just the truth. So not only am I generating far less waste than the rest of the units, I am the only person that will remember that actually will drag the bins to the curb for the pickup. And guess what? If I don't do it, it doesn't get picked up, and it sits there and it rots. So you know what I've been doing to combat this? I've adopted a low carbon footprint lifestyle. Yeah, I only consume what I need, generate less waste. I'm just fucking with you. I've been dumping my garbage on their doorsteps and then pissing on it. I'm Bill, you've been assholes. Just slag it. Have a good night.